Welcome to Cullman Today 180. I'm Jamie Speakman.
And I'm Lindsey Dulcie. Thanks for joining us today.
Lindsey, this past week we had a lot of news to cover, a lot of good things to cover, and this weekend, even this coming weekend, we've still got there's a lot of stuff going on in Cullman during the month of April.
Yes, we've officially hit the busy season of spring.
Absolutely.
So it's exciting, but a lot of things to do, get us out of the house, hopefully. This past week, Cullman Christian School actually announced that they were recently accredited by Advance ED, which is the accrediting body for all state schools, Wallace State Community College. So it just gives them some additional credibility about the quality of education that they provide their students. So congratulations to Cullman Christian School. They're a wonderful program in our community, non-denominational Christian school that serves about 100 students.
It does, and Mr. Swindle is doing an unbelievable job there. Love that man to death, but what they are doing at Cullman Christian is very good. And you know, and it's kind of funny because I'd actually had somebody say they were concerned with sending their children there because they were not accredited. And then literally like the week later, they announced the accreditation. So that is good. We're very proud that they got the accreditation.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Yeah. And we sat down and talked with Shane Barnett, Dr. Barnett, the superintendent for the Cullman County Schools. And, you know, there was a lot of concerns over a lot of things that's just happening in general within the county school system. So I had the opportunity to talk to Dr. Barnett about transparency. For one, on the half-cent sales tax, he wants to be extremely transparent on that. So they're putting that in a separate fund. That way, anybody that ever has a question where that money goes, they can quickly do a printout and show where every dime was spent. But we're even going to take it a bit further, and Dr. Barnett has partnered with Cullman Today, and we're going to start going out every month to each school and showing what's going on in the school. You know, where's this half-cent sales tax going? What projects is this going to take to do? Not only just the half-cent sales tax, but just in general, what's going on in the school. So we are very proud to be partners with Shane and being able to help show the general public the transparency.
That is great, because I know as parents and really as taxpayers, we really just want to know how the money is being spent. I don't think anybody ever argues with improving our education system. Right. They just want to know how the money's being spent.
Yes, because you know I know that there's safety being talked about, putting more school resource officers. Shane's already went through the talked to Matt Gentry about getting more resource officers in there. So it's a lot more than just building buildings or upgrading buildings. There's safety, there's equipment, there's all kinds of things that need to take place. And so I think it's a good thing when the more transparent you can be, the more that people will trust you.
Absolutely. All right. This past weekend, the Bosom Buddies Foundation had their annual Colors of Cancer Day with their 5K. And hopefully it was a huge success. I know you were able to stop by and maybe get some photos.
Yeah, I mean, I think they ended up with 41 or 42 runners, right. Which is a good turnout. A good friend of mine ran it, and he was so proud because he came first place in his division, just not overall, but yes, it was a great turnout. And anything to go back to helping the Bosom Buddies. And if for anyone that doesn't understand what Bosom Buddies does, it's a foundation that was formed in order to help people that can't locally can't afford just their daily living
expenses. Yeah, they actually do a lot of support through our hospital. We actually have, through our case management department and our nurse navigation program, they actually partner with them and provide resources to patients that are going through active cancer treatment that really don't have the funds to live. They need food, they need gas money to get to and from treatment. So it's a wonderful local foundation that supports a lot of local families.
Right. All right. Here's your 7-day forecast. We're not going to go back down to any kind of cold weather.
Right.
And we'll be right back after this break.
Valley Heating and Cooling has been servicing the Tennessee Valley area since 1975. We offer sales, service, installation, and energy solutions for all your heating and cooling needs. No one really thinks about their heating and cooling system until it quits at the worst possible time. And when that happens, you want it repaired as quick as possible, and that's what we're here for. We offer a 24-hour emergency service, so we're always there right when you need us. Whether it be a one-time inspection or our annual maintenance, we're here to keep you comfortable year-round.
All right, so our field correspondent, Sam Roberts, was actually able to get an on-the-street interview about the Lady Tide coming to Cullman. So we'll take a look at that now.
Hey folks, this is Sam Roberts with My Cullman Television. I am here with the Alabama head softball coach, Coach Patrick Murphy, and they're going to be playing here in Cullman, Alabama on April the 23rd at Heritage Park. And Coach, could you tell us about what brings you to Cullman?
Well, you know, one of the things that we try to do is I promise our kids, when possible, that we play as close to their hometowns during their career, at least once. And it just happened that, you know, Claire is from Cullman, and Jesse from the Parks and Rec was so nice to us. And we've done this before. We've gone to Decatur, and we went to Florence a couple years ago, and it's just been an incredible, you know, kind of like taking the show on the road. And all the people up here get to see us play live. It's one of the coolest things we do. I think the girls really, really enjoy it. We'll play the game against Belmont. We'll sign autographs afterwards, and then we'll go to Claire's house for dinner. And it's just a really, really fun experience for them.
That's awesome, and it's great to be able to for the players to be able to play back home, you know, like that, where they came from. And we know Claire has been a great role model to the girls here in Cullman and other people who dream of playing college softball one day. Could you tell us a little bit about what she has done to inspire other young women?
Well, number one, you know, she's a chemical engineering major. She's going to graduate in 4 years. She has almost a 4.0 GPA. I don't know how she does it. I could never do it. But the best thing about her is her work ethic. You know, she after last year, I think she was a little disappointed in her offensive numbers. She came home. She probably worked her tail off with her dad in the backyard, and she came back. We took a summer trip to Japan, and she was our most consistent hitter. Fall ball came, same exact thing. She had more barrels than anybody on the team, and then that's translated in success this spring. She's got 12 home runs already. I mean, she's been just terrific. Her defense at shortstop has been very, very consistent, and we knew she'd be a great player. It's just a matter of when. And sometimes it just takes, you know, a couple seasons to get used to college softball and the competition. And but the best thing about her is her work ethic.
Well, that's awesome. And the game is April the 23rd at 6 o'clock at Heritage Park right here in Cullman, Alabama. And Coach, thanks for being on today.
Okay, thanks a lot.
What if we invented a paint that lets you breathe as deeply as this, or this, or this?
Not guilty.
If it doesn't upset your allergies like paint, is it still paint? Natura from Benjamin Moore. Paint like no other. Find Benjamin Moore Premium Paint. Available now from your local paint experts at O.F. Richter & Sons.
Speaking of things to do, the Cullman Performing Arts Group is having the Hunchback of Notre Dame performance at Cullman High School, and that's this week. It'll be Thursday and Friday, the 11th and 12th at 7 p.m. And then they'll also have a matinee on the 13th at 2 p.m. and then their final performance will be at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for students, and you can get those at the door. It's in the Cullman High School auditorium. So.
We're excited about that. The Vinemont East Elementary and Vinemont Middle School won the state championship this past weekend in archery. That is absolutely huge. I know East Elementary, the Cullman Middle School, a lot of our local teams, placed really high and did really, really well. But Vermont, both the East and middle school, the elementary and the middle school both won the state championship this past weekend.
They have really worked hard. I know East and Cullman Middle School have held the titles previously, but Vermont has really been a worthy competitor throughout the archery tournaments this year. So congratulations.
Tucker Robinson, I believe, was the overall state champion for the elementary division, and I can't remember his score, but it was way on up there.
I know that one student at the tournament this year scored a 298, which is a near perfect score for archery. So congratulations, hard work paid off, and we're proud for those teams. The North Alabama Agriplex hosted a Planting the Garden with their kids club this past weekend. So this was an opportunity for people to come out and help the Agriplex actually plant the plants in their raised beds around the Agriplex. So the Agriplex has a lot of great opportunities for people to get involved and really learn more about gardening in our community. So if you have any interest in getting involved, it's kind of a lost art, or it has been. So it's a great way to educate our students and adults alike on planting gardens. So you can look online at North Alabama Agriplex.
And back to Vermont, this past Saturday, Vermont held like a history day. It's just an annual history day, and it really took you way back into time. And I think it's so cool to, especially for the kids, to be able to go back and see what it was like. You know, they had the old tractors there, the way everything, you know, there was different rooms set up, and so the kids and the adults were able to go around and see the way that things were done back, you know, way back in history, back in time. And so I think that's pretty cool. They also had some tours going around, and there's places in Vermont that I didn't even realize existed and what they were for. And you know, there's one place there where you can still see the old hotel that back then was apparently a fairly famous hotel. And the pool is even still there, which the pool looks nothing like your pool hotels these days, but it was a pretty cool experience.
Well, neat. Well, you need to appreciate history and where we've come from for sure, and how far. I know, especially in farming, when you look at the old tractors, it was a lot more labor intensive to be a farmer historically than it is today.
Absolutely. And so this, the Bloomin' Festival was an absolute hit this year. After talking to Joyce Nix, which is the director of the Bloomin' Festival, it's probably going to come out to being the biggest one ever as far as attendance. Saturday, I would say there was probably at least 15,000 that came through there just Saturday alone. So we've got some interviews that you can check out from the Bloomin' Festival. I'm here with Lily. Lily, can you tell us what your overall impression is of the Bloomin' Festival?
The Bloomin' Festival is something that our family comes to every year. It's just always so pretty, and the weather's always good. We like to walk around, and there's always really unique and neat and different things here, and the food's good too.
What is your favorite food?
I really like the popcorn that they sell here and the roasted almonds.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
I am with Frida from Huntsville, Alabama, but you are a native of Cullman. Can you tell us what your overall impression is of the Bloomin' Festival this year?
Of course, this year I love the fact that it's not raining on us, but it always seems to get a little bigger and better every year, which is difficult to say because it's always wonderful. I look forward to the good food. I look forward to seeing some familiar older faces when I come, obviously. But it's such a treat. And then this year, I do have my granddaughters, my son, and my daughter-in-law to show them around. So
in Cullman, we're looking forward to more play dates and date nights, first checkups, and checks on the bucket list. We're looking forward to first looks and second chances. And we're looking forward to making these moments possible with the benefits of better technology and the insights of leading experts.
My stepdad was a welder and said it was a good trade. I took some technical classes in high school, but it became a real passion when I got to Wallace. My instructor encouraged me to get involved with Skills USA and work with me on the weekends. I won the state competition my first year and won state and nationals the next. I couldn't have done it without my time at Wallace State. It sparked a fire in me and it's still burning today. My name is Joey Foster and my story began at Wallace State.
Okay, well, we mentioned earlier that it's going to be a busy weekend, and it certainly is. We've got a lineup of events coming up. Starting Friday night, we have the County Park and Rec, their Rock and Glow 5K at Sportsman's Lake Park. It will be from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., and you can get more information at CullmanCountyParks.com. Also this Saturday, we have a couple of events. We have the Brooks Place Safe Kids Expo, which will be at Sportsman's Lake Park from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All of the activities at this event are completely free. It's a great opportunity to go out, enjoy some beautiful weather, but also get some information. They'll have local responders. They have free health screenings. The hospital will be there providing free community health screenings, but they have bounce houses and activities. It'll be fun for the whole family. So make sure you do that. And right next door at the fairgrounds, the Cullman Electric Cooperative is going to have their Touch a Truck event, which is a new event. It sounds pretty cool.
I'm pretty excited about the Touch a Truck.
So you can go out and you can actually see, it's a way to acknowledge and thank our first responders, but you can also like get hands-on in all of these first responder vehicles, which I think kids will love for sure, maybe adults.
Right, absolutely. And this Thursday morning at the Cullman County Courthouse on the front steps, Cullman Caring for Kids is going to have a walk for the abused kids. And so it'd be kind of a prayer walk and then a balloon release for the kids, abused kids. So make sure if you have a chance to make a sign, come out and support Cullman Caring for Kids and support the children that's out there being abused, and keep them in your thoughts and prayers also.
Absolutely. And just something to put on your calendar for the future, the Strawberry Festival is coming up. It's just around the corner. It'll be April 27th in Cullman, and it's always a fun event. Cullman County strawberries are known as the best, so it's a great chance to get some Cullman County strawberries at the Strawberry Festival.
Thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today 180. We will see you next week.
Yeah. Have a good day.